Bros, I beg now. Maybe the only son of my papa.
I never say anything for a boy like you. Say that if you want to for a life, Abi.
He cried. With tears streaming down his cheeks, OCHUKO clutched his lower abdomen in a desperate attempt to seal the gaping wound, which was spewing tremendous volumes of blood. His plea evoked neither pity nor empathy from the large crowd of bystanders calling for his blood. In an instant, the story of the journey of his life unfolded before his mind's eye. His story was one undisputable talent, broken promises, abject poverty, frustration, substance abuse, and more recently, a life of crime. OCHUKO was born on the 15th day of September 1978 with much fanfare and jubilation to the Otojutu's family of Oguname village in Ethiop West local government area of Delta State, Nigeria. His birth was considered a miracle by his excited parents of 7 daughters, of which a son and an heir were born to them. Regardless of the squalor in which they lived, his birth brought untold happiness and some respite from the wretchedness of their living. At an early age, OCHUKO showed great talent for singing, as he was regularly seen at the village square singing and playing flute with his peers. Suddenly, tragedy struck. His father died, leaving his grief-stricken mother 8 hungry mouths to feed and shelter. OCHUKO had to leave for the city to live with an uncle who was barely surviving. There he narrowly made it through secondary school. Undeterred by what life threw at him, he vigorously pursued and developed his passion for music. He joined the choir in his local assembly, where he rose quickly through the ranks, playing the keyboard, in a short time becoming the lead soloist in the choir. He took up menial jobs, saved every naira he earned, and invested all of it in the waxing of his musical album.
Try, they pray to God to lift my head up. Oh, them try to put me down. God don't bless me, He don't lift me. Moyato, but He low gone. Papa God don't bless me, but He low gone. He don't bless me, but He low gone. Papa God don't bless me, but He low gone.
He was soon to realize that it took more than just a good voice and inspiring lyrics to make it big in the Nigerian music industry. He needed more money and the right connections to mass produce and market his album. A broken promise was all he got for his effort. Exhausted from running from pillar to post, he gave up his musical dreams after many years of trying. He tried his hands on several unskilled jobs, for music was his only skill. He was kicked out of his uncle's house when the burden of feeding and sheltering became unbearable for his uncle. Thus began his descent into a life of crime and drugs. Money came in thick and fast. He had no regrets until this moment. The bloodthirsty crowd yelled. With his eyes half opened, OCHUKO managed to take one final look at the crowd of onlookers. He saw no pity on their faces, only hate. They all wanted him dead. Tears flowed unrestrained down his cheeks. "Please give me water," he muttered incoherently to no one in particular, his eyes dimming as his lifeblood drained rather quickly from his veins. The shot from the policeman's rifle was fatal. Dying along with OCHUKO was his unquestionable musical talent. stifled and never put on display. What a life, so full of promise, yet with one wrong turn was ending so miserably and hopelessly. Had he caused so much pain to these onlookers that they all wanted him dead? He wondered. This was only his fourth operation that was meant to be his last. It wasn't supposed to end this way. He has to go back to music, his passion, with impetus from his ill-gotten wealth. What a life! He whispered and gave up the ghost.